Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, hitting go live now.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%
Oh,
positive.
of being awesome?
Yeah, I mean, look at me.
That's what people tell you.
I'm the captain. I'm the captain.
I mean, they are the lackeys that you
I'm the
pay
captain now.
that you're awesome. But I mean, I'm telling you he's awesome. So yes, I'll be.
I know who else is awesome? Ozzy. We already got two super chats in there. What
Oh
we're gonna do is
my
right now,
god. Is it any more
$20.
awesome? Oh my god.
All right.
The awesomeness
All hail the
escalates.
Superior Commander and Super Captain Foley. Foley. Superior Commander, watch out for the fish people. Federation President,
Yes,
Skeleton Hands. Okie dokie. We are smart.
we are smart.
And another $5 super chat.
Fantastic.
Computer ramming speed now.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Badgie is in charge.
I do expect you to find at least one more catchphrase this year.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a few.
I want
You're
to
the catchphrase king.
is
You're the official Trekyards catchphrase.
ologist.
Catchphraseologist. It's good.
I mean, and also president on the side. Yeah, that's a part-time gig.
Yeah.
Catchphrase thing is the real. Now, Olivia is also about bad puns, but since you moved into puggetry, you know.
Yeah, poetry for pugs. That's great.
Oh my god, I'm on fire today. It's as if filming on set for 5 hours makes your brain work better. Apparently, I was gonna say works worse, but the argument is not there. I don't know. Hello, Stuart.
Hi, guys. Hi, Samuel. And hi, guys. We're back. Today is Lower Decks Season 2 Trailer Day, where we break it down scene by scene, look at all the cool stuff that there is to look at and talk about, and have a fun discussion with you guys. So hopefully you guys will take part and participate.
And you know that meme? I don't know what it's a meme of, but of the idea of you get a guy just throwing money, like dollar bills.
Dollar bills, y'all.
This is that, but for still frames of new images. Oh, you want Bolians? You want this? You want this? Yeah. So we've been certainly waiting for this, and like not biting our tongue, but resisting the urge to go full Lower Decks until this live. And because we filmed our first reaction, which came out today on Friday, neither of us remember what we said on purpose. So you got our first reaction, which was like an hour from watching it. Now is we've let it sink in, and our hair's longer.
And I think, well, mine's not. Mine's shorter.
Oh yeah,
and I think.
There you go.
What am I going to say now? God damn it. I think something, which I can't remember. There's something to do with the release earlier today.
I didn't do a thumbnail. It's just our faces.
Oh, that's it. Yes, I think you missed doing a thumbnail, but I think that actually worked in our favor because the views were up because of the reactions. Like they were good with the dynamic.
Yep.
It was a dynamic frame to have a thumbnail on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to tell them. I'm going to see how it acts, how the views are, and I'm pretty impressed. So people like what they like.
People like what they like.
I guess and you're Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. Ah,
it's too good. There's too much Star Trek in it. Wait, what? But speaking of Star Trek, I'm going to put on too many Facebook groups. So I'll see you in a minute, Stuart.
All right, yes, go share. 65 of you here. 37 likes. Hit that like button, guys, if you're able to. We'd really appreciate it. It's a big deal. Helps out a lot. So, and it's free. But if you want to do super chats like Ozzy has, get your comment read, your question answered, all that. We do read all the super chats on the air. So if you want to have your name said and your comment read, by all means, please consider super chatting. It is a great way to support the channel. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click that subscribe button. If it's red, that means you haven't subscribed. So subscribe. And there's also a join button down there beside the subscribe button. Click that. There's different monthly amounts that you can become a different rank, and you can help us on a monthly basis that way, or head on to Patreon/Trekyards. It's another monthly way to do it as well. After you click subscribe, though, make sure you click the bell notification icon to all, because we will be doing a lot of these uploads and lives as the new Trek is coming out, and there's going to be a lot to talk about. So if you don't want to miss any of that, by all means, I mean, it's YouTube, so you'll probably still miss it, but at least if you click the notification bell icon to all, it at least helps our algorithm a little bit, and it also helps you get notified, even though you probably won't because YouTube. But you got a better chance of it than if you don't click it. You can also send us a PayPal. If you do send a PayPal, though, make sure that you let us know in the regular chat that you've done so, and we'll read your comment or question via the email for that as well. So lots of ways to help us out there. And the PayPal information is down in the description of every video. It is trekyards@hotmail.com. That's where you send it. And yeah. Other than that, the Tea Springs and Tea Public store are down there. The Tea Public store, I think, is having a 35% off sale right now. So if you want to get anything from the Tea Public store, I think there is a sale right now. So by all means, do so. It's another great way to support us as well. Hold on.
That's just cool. Well, feed me, maybe, but wormholes is a big old thing to get into. And a bit dangerous, really.
Hi, guys. I'm back.
Hey. So, 75 people in the chat right now. Did you enjoy the Season 2 trailer?
It's more of what we've come to expect. And it's good that we know what to expect now because we've seen Season 1. So, like with Prodigy, we don't know what to expect. So, it's like, but this, it's like, okay. We know what we can hope to see in Season 2. And we definitely got a good taste of that in this trailer for sure. So, looking forward to more, obviously.
And do you like that I sort of mimicked yesterday's thumbnail?
Yes. You reversed it, but the person on the other side, which I liked, but I didn't want people thinking it was the same thumbnail. So yeah, that's great.
I tried.
Good job. You get a cookie.
Oh, maybe a
biscuit, I think you call it.
Not either. But that's just to see corrupted people. Cookie sounds like the more, the desserty, like, oh, you're having a cookie. Whereas biscuits, like, it's a biscuit. Like, cookies are not biscuits, biscuits are... No. Cookies are biscuits, biscuits not cookie. Or vice versa, one of those two. Like, one is a category subset, one's a specific type.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got a lot of people commenting.
Welcome to Trekyards, discussing all of your debates.
Welcome to British Slang Yards.
Yes.
Talk about British.
Where we say who is right in the North America versus England wars. The answer is Russians, because they invented everything. See?
Yes.
I went neutral with it.
All right, we got people reacting to your question.
Yes.
We got yes, yep, yes, no, I did, yes. Oh, we got a no from Jason.
Ooh, wow.
Joseph, yes. A maybe, a yes. And they left us. Yeah. You guys can say that every time that our signal dies now. Or the stream fails.
Yes.
And they left us.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, it seems people are pretty positive about what they saw, so that's good. Guys, though, we need more likes. We have 86 people watching. We haven't even hit 50 likes yet, guys. Hit that like button.
Stuart, what?
I know, right?
How is that?
First thing I said when you went to share, I said, hit that like button.
No, that doesn't... I mean, we need to get 50 right now. I mean, if there isn't 50, I just... This is lower decks.
It is, don't you know? Wow.
Damn it.
I'm in a pretty good mood today, actually.
Yeah, I took the drugs and the caffeine, so I'm not in pain. I'll slowly have more energy. So
we got out of the house and did some things, and I was out of the house most of the day, so I think that's good because I've been in the house all the goddamn time lately. So, and tomorrow actually I'm going to my friend's place in Sarnia, which is about an hour away. I'll be back by 4:00 though for our scheduled recording that we have to do tomorrow.
Yes. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes. Reminder.
Yes.
Mark Lawrence, though, $5. Okie dokie. I see Badgie restoring Rutherford's memory just so he remembers why he should be afraid.
Oh, that's
good.
The
best villains act like your friend. Well, Badgie is basically his child.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, that's...
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if his implant actually gets corrupted by Badgie. Yeah. That'd be good.
And that's a great story, because then you could have him like maybe reinvent Badgie, but this is Badgie who knows who he was, and then slowly takes revenge on him cleverly. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's gonna yeah. Although, is that interesting? Like, let's start with that then. Of all the plots we start with, what do you think's happened with Rutherford? I mean, did you think he had his memories in the city? I mean, he's only so many shots, but do you think he's gonna get his memories back? Just like we know that Bourne is going to get reset to a season 1 state of Dr. Cerritos. Is Rutherford going to be reset, or is he going to be actually the clean slate for another season?
I think he'll have partial memories back, and I think it'll be funny, like him trying to remember things. Even the whole, it's in our skin. No, wait, our brains. Yeah, our brains in our skin. Like stuff like that. Like just general stuff that he doesn't quite understand. Maybe that's what I think. I don't think he's going to get all his memories back. At least not right away. I think it's going to be a gradual thing. So that would be my guess. But
it seemed like quite a radical thing to do. Obviously, basically almost killing him, remove his memories. Is there a point to it? Is there a grander scheme? It's quite a major thing to do a character who's just known to be chipper. So I think the Badgie thing is really, really spectacular as a story idea, because then it brings it all the way back to season 1, and then Badgie, maybe he activates Badgie, and Badgie like threatens him with a knife, and he's like, "Oh my god, Badgie, what's wrong?" He's like, "Why, father, why? What?" Like, he's so chipper, and Badgie's like, "Oh my god, I've got to reboot you, because without you knowing that I hate you, I have no purpose in life." Even though Badgie tried to kill him the first time, hence why he's lost his memory. Yeah, it's all about Badgie. This is the psychopathic AI.
Squadron Course, $2. Yay for Lower Decks, a show that respects canon. Yeah.
It's so, and Stuart, it's sad because we're gonna reach this roller coaster of canon, and then whichever show next will be like, oh, we had the hump.
We'll see. I don't know. We got Prodigy coming.
Have you seen the Prodigy bridge, Stuart? Let's be honest.
I have. Hey, we don't know when that ship's from. Honestly, we don't know what its purpose is. I'm just saying.
But you know what I mean, though. The Lower Decks bridge was just like...
You know me specifically. Cautiously optimistic, hoping for the best, hoping that they are smart enough to do it properly.
Unfortunately, I've now seen their art design and New Strange Worlds art design, so now, again, this is the only series that is canon-y so far. But that's okay.
I'm going to send you something right now that you should look at on Facebook Messenger. I saw this last night, and it discouraged me a little bit. Oh, actually,
we got excited there, and then you ruined it. I was beating.
There, I sent it to you.
I was trying to go, "Be still, my beating heart," and then you made it be still because you. What is it going to bring?
David Bessig though throws in $5. Oh, Bissig. I know, Bissig. I always say it wrong, but he throws in $5, and he said, "I love the 4:00 reminder. My favorite part of the live so far." Samuel, it's okay. It's okay.
It's the same.
Don't even say what it is. We'll talk about it later.
Is it official?
I don't know. That's the thing. It could be one of those red herring type of deals. So just don't. I saw it and I kind of went, I did the same thing you are doing right now, but I don't know if it's official.
But the plaque, though.
It's a step in the right direction.
It's not hard, guys. It's not hard.
They have no idea what we're talking about, but that's okay. We don't want to get into that right now because that'll be a whole discussion.
Look, you want us to have meta discussions where you don't know what's going on, don't you guys? Put in the chat right now. Do you want us to have sub discussions inside discussions?
Okay. I'll give them a hint. It has to do with Strange New Worlds and art design and the look of something important.
And then read my reaction.
Yes. We're going to talk about Lower Decks today. Canon.
Yes, that was where he jumped on.
Mike McMahon knows this. Yes.
And not just that, as you know, he took JJ canon, he took Animated Series canon, he took TOS canon, he took book canon. I mean, my God. It's like he's one of us.
One of us.
Give us 2 seasons a year. Give us 3 seasons a year. Let's not have Strange New Worlds, Picard, Discovery. Just have 4 seasons of Lower Decks. And just give us 40 weeks of Lower Decks. That'd be great. Sorry, right, this trailer. What do you think? Now you've...
Oh. I kind of said what I thought at the beginning with the whole. We got so many references, and now that we know what season 1 was and what Lower Decks is supposed to be, I'm super stoked because we got a little bit of that here, and they're definitely still continuing the canon references. They're still continuing the little Easter egg things. There's a lot to look forward to this season, and I think it'll be twice as good as season 1 as far as that kind of stuff goes. So we were worried that they might drop the ball a bit on season 2, and still possibly that could happen, but I really don't think so. from what I've seen of the trailer, I'm pretty confident that we're going to be happy.
Honestly, the worry is that Kurtzman, whose influence has led to a lot of bad decisions and a lot of division in the fan base, he will say, "Oh, this was a relative success. Let's have more influence. Let's control more." And whereas they should just leave, like Mandalorian, Jon Favreau and the other guy, what's the other guy's name? Dave Filoni.
David Filoni. Yeah.
Just let them do their thing. They know what they're doing. I mean, there's a reason why Dave Filoni's created 3 successful Star Wars TV shows that have all spanned multiple seasons, etc., etc. Just let Mark Mann do his thing. That's all you have to do. And so I was worried about their interference. Now, we can't speak to that because that will be the subtle stuff. Or insane stuff like, oh, there's a Disco Prize. There's Discovery. The big stuff too. We'll see. But no, there's a lot of fun in the trailer. And I'm looking forward to each thing because we, unlike Prodigy, as you said, where we have no context, each one of these stills we can properly discuss. And because by the end of season 1, as you guys are watching us, you can think the mind of Mike McMahon. Like there is things, and I was certainly picking up his mental pattern. So I'm excited. So let's go into the first scene because it really is about experiencing the trailer rather than just talking about it.
Shooting star, comet, whatever it is, weapon. It's arcing, so it can't be something natural, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it's doing a thing. And, it's so beautiful. And we're all here together. All 4 of us.
Which doesn't always happen. Actually, rarely happens. Which, as some people said in the other comments, there's maybe a inclination that we're going to see the 4 of them together more often, rather than always splitting up as 2, which I would be totally down for.
Mm-hmm. And even Boiler's there, obviously. That's what I mean by all 4. Just so you guys know. It's probably not right away in the season. This is probably like episode 3, 4, maybe.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're standing there enjoying the majesty that is this nebula and the shooting star, this comet. And then the Cerritos just warps out. And it's like, and they left us. How much air do we have? It's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. It made me laugh the first time. It's so in character. It's so logical. I mean, there's quite a lot of air, but it's more about, And that would be a good episode. Just 4 people on a satellite, how can they MacGyver their way to getting rescued? That'd be kind of fun. The whole team and there's obviously a reason the ship left.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Do they realize they left them there to yeah. Anyway, I love the look on their faces. I would feel the same way. I'd be like, shit. So.
Now, there's 2 big notes from this sequence. One, unlike season 1, there is now we know that's where the shuttle bays were, but if you can see, the shuttle bay doors now actually have doors and a force field ring, so it's now clearly the shuttle bay, and they never included anything in season 1. That's where we all knew there were, but there was nothing there, not even a door. So there you go. No new details apart from that really from this view, but there we go. And this satellite to me gives me the vibes of season 1 TNG Neutral Zone, the thing they find. Gives me those vibes. So I'm wondering if it's like a antique satellite from an alien race or from their race, because this doesn't feel modern Federation to me. This feels antiquated. So I'm guessing maybe they're like, well, let's go investigate the old tech, and then maybe they get into it. Like, so maybe this race escapes. They have to get into it to restore its power, or whatever, and they get to see like 21st century, 22nd century, like maybe it's a TOS one, and so they get to walk through TOS control rooms, and they're like, oh, it's so antiquated. Kick. What do the blinkies do? Beep beep. No idea. That's quite what I'm vibing.
Actually, I never got that vibe at all. I got just like a subspace relay or something that's been around for a while that they go to repair. Because we see that a few times in TNG, like we're going to visit this observatory or whatever to fix a thing. So that's kind of what I got. But yeah, it doesn't look like TNG tech at all. But still cool.
Well, that said, also there is similar solar panels on the Jupiter station, but like I say, this just gives me real vibes of the season 1 TNG thing. Now I'm pretty happy to say it's probably a cold open rather than an actual episode. Like, maybe it's going to cut to the bridge and one of them says, wait, do we just leave them? Move the handbrake. I think it'll be I can't imagine this being a full episode, although it'd be cool if it was. What do you think? Are you going to commit to it being a full episode or a cold open? As in pre-title sequence.
Yeah, it's hard to say with lower decks.
Gut reaction, Stuart. Don't think about it. Gut reaction.
Gut reaction is it's part of an episode.
Okay.
But now that you said that cold open thing, I could see that being a thing as well.
Because it'd be such a great start. Hence why it started the trailer. Now, do you think the ship's been stolen by somebody? They've got to go rescue the ship?
That's interesting. That's interesting. Never considered that, but absolutely, yeah, that would be good.
Maybe the Ferengi we see later?
Ooh, nice.
Link it together?
Yeah.
Because they do have lots of A and B and C plots, so you're forgiven to not connect the connecting because you have no idea. But they could be connected, some things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? See, I have lots
like
of thoughts with these ideas.
Stolen.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm really impressed about actually is the next still with the Paramount Plus original, and you see the ship at warp, and guess what? It's warp. You see streaking stars with multiple different colors. It's got like a motion picture kind of warp vibe actually, but it's warp as warp should be presented. Yay! I think they did that in season 1 though.
Oh yeah. In fact, it's actually more like the Nemesis warp because in the Nemesis version of warp, you see the outer stars outside of the warp streaks way more prevalent than most other warps, which I don't like as much. I like it being in its own subspace bubble rather than visibly with the other stars. I mean, they're good to be subtle, but that's just me. That's fine, just personal preference. And to note, this ship has 2 slight tweaks. It's very similar. It's not particularly different, obviously. The Bassards have a little more physical detail. They were just domes originally. Now they've got some little bumps and etc. But it's pretty minimal. And there's now a yellow sticker underneath the green, one of the green blinkies, which I was hoping was RTS thrusters first time I saw it, but it clearly isn't. So.
One of the green blinkies. Where's that?
Yeah, at the front. No, it's not a yellow blinky because the ship hasn't got yellow blinkies, but it's a green square. Which would normally, I mean, that would be RTS thruster location and color, but I don't know why it has.
Actually, well, there is an RCS thruster there, by the looks of it, on the between the 2 red lights on the bottom of the saucer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That it could be, but there's no. There should...
Oh, I didn't see the green. I didn't see the green there.
Was a green right above it?
I can't see it on my monitor.
Yeah, because for some reason, beyond me, they have red and green blinkies between every single one of these cutouts, despite not knowing what blinkies do.
Yeah, and if it's an RCS thruster, there should be one on the top, corresponding with.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, sorry. This monitor is not. This one over here that I'm looking at is not HD, so it's got shitty color, and I gotta get a new one. But anyway.
Yeah, but it still looks good. I mean, looks like what it does look like. We'll see if it's more different. And then we have a flashback, and this is the big scene that people are talking about. Because they've got Strax and the alien, the Darmok alien, in the same scene, so you know he's not the new security officer because they're in the same scene.
Yeah. Unless he comes back somehow. This is sci-fi. This is Star Trek. And actually, the things behind her, they look a lot like the transporters from The Fly. Maybe The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Like very similar. So that'll be interesting to see what those are all about. But yeah, she's giving them some kind of lecture.
Oh, she for me feels like an aerobics woman. Hey guys, welcome to Aerobics 101! Or the choo 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 dance. But it's clearly a lot of thank you. Clearly there's a lot of people that you got. Although no second in command, I guess he's probably on the bridge still. But you've got the psychiatrist, the counsellor for some reason. So it's a very eclectic group of our heroes. And if you the reverse shot, they're all there, and there's more pods behind them. So it's a full bay worth of pods. And I think it must be the Cerritos. So what are these? Are these
Maybe they're taking them to a planet to supply them with their funky new telephone booths. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, like I said, they're very similar to the Fly's transporter thing. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like portable transporter units, and they're transporting them to a second contact planet, and they're doing some like tests here. because you can just walk into one and it sends you to another one, and it's kind of like I say, it's like a phone booth. Like you can beam to any pad. Because if you look at the top, has transporter vibe on the top piece, and the two side bits would be canisters. It's even got this. I'm really extrapolating there, guys, but that would make sense to have so many pod-based things. And even if you think of it as like a transporter, if you saw that on a TOS episode on Alien Planet, would you think that was a weird transporter pod? That'd fit right in.
Yeah, it would fit right in. I wouldn't think it was weird at all.
So, yeah. But yeah.
Don't know.
What do you guys think? Yeah, throw out 5 suggestions. We love bouncing off you guys. And of course, please do super chat. We are reliant.
And
we're
at 77 likes.
Mm.
Come on, guys. Another 23 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. We have 140 people here. That should be easy. We should hit 120, actually. But I'm going to set the bar low. I'm going to go with 100 likes. If we could do that, that'd be fantastic.
And Northwest says, anyone know where to find the Stranger World bridge they mentioned? Yeah, we never did. You guys said that's what we were talking about. We weren't talking about Stranger World's bridge.
And by the way, it wasn't the bridge. So let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah.
You guys ran off.
Yeah.
You guys just took it and ran.
You guessed.
See, this is why people like Doomcock and they get all the traction, because
Trekyards says
little mention,
new bridge. Just like, no,
yeah, exactly. It's not the case. Mm-hmm. Not a band account, $2. If this is Star Trek, where are the eye injuries? Oh, E-Chip. Gotcha.
Aww. Well, E-Chip could appear in this. Just saying.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just going to grab some more water. My peen.
Water. Some water. That's how Australians say water. I love it. Water. Every time you watch Shark Week, you always have somebody that's like, we're going to get in the water. Just love the way Australians say water. Bouncing off you guys. Yeah, it sounds like a sexual thing. It's not. It's in slang in Jamaica and stuff. We got to bounce. It means we're going to go have sex. But here, like, two buddies are like hanging out and they're like, hey, we got to bounce. It's like, we got to get the hell out of here. So just different slang. So, but Anish, I know, I hear you. I feel you. I thought the same thing when he said it. I'm like, Looks like there could be some sort of new worker bee being introduced to the ship. Hey, maybe, possibly. But yeah, we really appreciate your guys' input and things you think about this on during these lives. We'd like to talk about your theories as well, because we're not just we're not shouting into a vacuum here with only opinions that match with ours. We want to hear your thoughts as well. So, so the Bajoran is alive. No, it's probably a flashback. Don't jump to conclusions, Feed Me Seymour. It's probably a flashback of some sort, or he does come back. Who knows? But the normal assumption would be it's a flashback. So, 89 likes, guys. Another 11 likes. Let's get to 100. Like I said, 120 would be great, but another 11 likes to get to 100. We're almost there, guys. And there's enough of you here that we can make that happen.
Yes.
Deej says those pods are for mass-producing sad dinos walking away, Captain Foley. That's a great idea, Deej. You are rehired yet again with a 90% increase in wage and a super awesome dental package and benefits plan. There you go.
Is it super easy, barely a inconvenience package?
Absolutely, but Deej is one of those people that will probably get fired tomorrow. So,
I mean, it has to happen. It has to happen. Now, this next shot, Trek movie, and we often have different opinions to them. They say it's not Free Cloud because it's not the same walkway. I think it is Free Cloud because it looks the same. It's just a different. I mean, it's like 15 years earlier, so it's going to be different. I mean, where else would Quarks be? If he franchised, this would be, what, only a couple of years after DS9, so it's not as if this is decades later to have a Quarks bar.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it could be Free Cloud. I'm of the opinion that who cares? I mean, it probably is.
Well, I think it's, it
connects. I don't have a problem with there being multiple Quarks franchises. Like, that's kind of funny, actually. It's something he would do for sure.
Now, in fact, what if this is his first franchise and that's like a part of the story? Or if they go in there and actually he's there? Quark's there doing a tour. Because if you, I mean that, it's quite a significant part of the thing. What if they've, especially if Mariner knows Quark. Everyone knows Quark, but if she was at DS9 last season. So what if she walks in and says, "Oh my God, Quark, you did franchise it, Mariner," and they have like a couple minute conversation. I mean, that's all.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have that?
Because he would know Mariner probably. We did see her at Deep Space Nine last season.
Well,
so.
and like I said, as in she would know him, he would recognize her. Yeah. Although I guess she makes trouble. But why wouldn't you have Quark? Why wouldn't you have Armin Shimon come back? And then I can imagine Quark in the Lower Decks universe, how much more trouble he can get into. Because he was already quite a trickster. Add this universe on top of it. I mean, there's a whole heap of stuff. But I'm fine if this is Free Cloud. I know if then links to Picard canon, I'm fine with that. It's nice to build the universe. I mean, Free Cloud's just Space Vegas. It is a nothing planet with a shitty bar. Like, you know what I mean? It's a crap non-planet. Maybe this is like maybe this is Riser. Maybe it's like a Riser district. That'd be kind of cool, like the casino district. But I'm excited if it is just a Tendi and Mariner story. Them do their own thing, Rutherford, and because that's a pair we don't normally see. So is them two having fun? I am for it.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you.
And that alien in the bottom right, those are the dudes that were on Mariner's first episode.
Yeah,
they're the farmers dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I recognise them, but there they are. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we get a voiceover. If only Boimler was here, and we see a thing of Boimler. Well, I don't know if this is when the voiceover happened, but anyway, Boimler in his Titan uniform, being all excited.
Well, Ensign, apparently.
Well, we can't see the other Pip.
Or there is no other Pip. I mean, the angle.
Actually, it'd be funny if he got demoted got demoted by Riker on the Titan, and then just gets transferred to the Cerritos. So we don't have to worry about the Lieutenant Commander Junior or the Lieutenant Junior grade thing. Yeah, sure. I'm down.
It still annoys me that the comm badge is a dark. Well, it's like the Picard comm badge. It's silver and black. It should be gold. Don't know why it isn't. I don't remember if season 1 had them as gold or not. It should be. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't really look like a Voyager comm badge. Like the angles are like. It's close enough, but it's like they could make it closer if they wanted to. And it's their choice, they don't want to. It's a very, very small difference to make it look like a proper one. Let me go back and look. But it's good, I mean, canon, these uniforms, being used for the first time in in a lot of years.
First time.
Well, I guess Picard used them as well, so I guess they have actually been used a few times in the last couple of years.
Yeah. He's happy because he's being demoted. I don't think so. I don't think that's how Boimler works. That's how Mariner would react.
Yes. I don't have the last episode. Huh. That's weird. Right, then you have a multi-part where Mariner jumps in. This is clearly the museum that we're going to see later.
Yeah.
And they're being chased by orbs. Now, what can you see in this second picture then? After
a unicorn. Other than that, I mean, some scanners there on the left. There's nothing really that I can grab out of this one. Yeah, I don't really see much in that one. But we're going to talk about the museum in a minute. Moving on to the next one, there's the Temerian.
Well, briefly though, the only thing I see here that's like, maybe, what if the back left, the triangles is some Tholian art? It's like 3 arrowheads, different colours. I could see it being Tholian art. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
That's just me. But yes, the big reveal. I think it's fair. One of the biggest reveals of the trailer is this guy. Don't think that's over exaggerating, actually.
Temerian to the franchise of Star Trek, he returns. Or they return, I guess. This is not the captain of the episode Dharma.
I love how you have to say that. You have to mention it every single time. It's like, he died.
A lot of people have said it's him.
But he died.
That's one of the reasons I see that.
And he was a captain.
And
this was 25 years ago. 20 years, 10. I don't know why I have to keep clarifying. It's sad to me.
I know.
So what did you guys...
We're going to get called out for it.
So what did you guys think when you saw this guy? Ooh. You tell us, and Stuart, you tell us your first impression again.
I loved it. I'm glad that they joined the Federation finally. He has a ceremonial knife on him. I think that's cool. Um, I'm interested to hear how he talks and what references he uses. I want a Picard reference. Picard and Dathon at Aldril or whatever the hell the planet was would be great. Yeah. And he has a chef knife. I mean, it could be a chef knife. It does look like a chef knife. It does look different than the knife the captain had, for sure.
Well,
but it's a ceremonial thing, obviously.
I mean, I can imagine he wasn't allowed his exact one because they compromise and have a different one. But I love how it's, there's some serious Worf vibes. Any Baldrick's going to do that. But yeah, this is definitely a lot of fun. I can imagine this is probably like a two-parter character. Like he'll factor in a little bit. Hopefully not outstay his welcome. But the fact that this is... Oh, sorry.
Wouter215 says, why doesn't the Universal Translator work with his speech? Because they talk in metaphors. So it does translate words to what we might understand, like a planet or whatever. But it doesn't necessarily understand what the hell it's saying. So they talk about that in the episode Darmok. We just reviewed that. They've never been able to have a good meeting with them because Universal Translators have never been able to sort that out. Because it's just confusing what they say. It's just out of context, everything. So
because you need to know every single part of their culture to get it and a flowing conversation. Now, it does obviously... If he's got through Starfleet... then obviously he must be on some... But that said, though, he has no rank pips. So I know you said double chin, but... maybe. But I think he's not even a ranked officer. I think he's maybe like like an exchange officer, maybe.
Maybe, but I doubt that. I think it's just because of his double chin, because you can't even see the top stripe on his collar. If you look at the picture of him from the back with everybody else,
that's true.
They got the long necks. You see the stripe. You see the.
That's true.
But with him, it's like very much like he's like the captain in that episode, a little bit overweight, chubby.
Yeah.
And it could just be the spillover. So it's hard to say.
But you'd think he would. They've got to have some sort of level of communication for this to even work, and to be. Although he is being assigned aboard a crap ship, so maybe he's being thrown to the wolves a little bit. Although the fact that the bird dude is in this
counselor
implies it can be quite important, which makes sense. I mean, dealing with moods and trying to translate what they're saying. How do you feel about that? And speak some metaphors. And how do you feel about that? And it's like, oh my god, these metaphors. But like
I assume that the counselor here has studied up on them and will be able to translate kind of what he's saying to the rest of the crew, I think. Because there's no real reason for him to be on the bridge, although Troy was always on the bridge in that chair. But whatever.
Well, he's never on the bridge before, so...
It's true.
But I can see this being a two-parter, maybe being brought in as a mission specialist for a mission. But not as a replacement, though, because again, we saw Strax previously. Now, there might be the sense of you introduce him several years ago in a flashback, and then reintroduce him as taking Strax's position for like a temporary assignment, maybe. But that still seems a bit, doesn't ring true to me.
Corzian says you can see him in an earlier scene behind the Doctor when, yes, we already talked about that. And also Strax, whatever the hell his name is also in that scene. So we're assuming it's a flashback of sorts. But yeah. 98 likes, guys. We still haven't hit that 100 yet, which is disappointing considering there's 148 of you here. So hit the like button. Let's get to 120 now. I want to push to 120 at least.
Yes.
All right. Yep, Mariner's excited about something. She's got a rickety old wooden box in the back of the shuttle.
And this
will be that mission to the Free Cloud or whatever.
As you see them stealing it in the scene with the Nauticans later, so they fight some people at casino, steal it, and then ramming speed to Cerritos. Or, different shot. Very likely it's probably two different scenes just to kind of give fun parallels. So it's probably ramming something else. But you do see Cerritos. And
it looks like it has a phaser ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a raised ring there, which is nice.
I think it had that last season, but it had no detail. Or maybe they added it. I'm not quite sure because I've had one on mine for the entire time.
yeah, I know.
But what I do like about it is they've now got red glows in those top pods, which basically tells they're the torpedo launchers, which we guessed They didn't seem very functional, but okay. And if they are torpedoes, then it's now armed, Stuart. Finally.
Kudos. Good.
Yeah. Dedicated half torpedo pods. And I feel like there's also less windows on the saucer, like they're on. Or like a slightly less busy saucer. That's just me.
Next shot is Rutherford getting zapped by Tendi with some little electrode things. And there's the old shuttle back there as well, the Sequoia, with some stick figures. Interesting.
Well, I painted that one, I believe, at the end of the last season.
Yeah.
Now, is this her trying to get his memory back, do you think?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Shock therapy.
It was pretty shocking.
Yeah, I would say that would be what that is for sure.
Now then you got a massive teasing scene. A lot of visuals here. And Marin looks pretty good as well. A lot of visuals.
Oh, she does look good. Absolutely. Damn. Anyway, yeah. Obviously, this is a Cardassian facility of some sort. You got the Cardassian pad, like the door thing on the wall there. Very reminiscent of what we see in DS9. And she's taken a Cardassian woman hostage, I guess, wearing her workout gear. And I love the workout gear. It does look really good. So. And she blasts the panel.
Well, this is very much like when we saw the Romulans in the Season 1 trailer with the stealth mission. Gives me those vibes. But the vibe is so unusual, it's just like... I think it might be a holodeck simulation. That's the vibe I'm getting, as if maybe she was on a run throughout the ship, went in to see Boimler or someone's holodeck program, and just cleans house because she's so epic. It's like, look, I just want to talk to you. Like, kick so much ass just to get in. And it's like, oh, hey, Mariner. Oh my god, why do you make it so hard? I wasn't. You fought them. You didn't have to. But I can imagine that being quite a fun gag.
Yeah, we tried speculating with the Romulan thing, got it kind of wrong. But yeah, out of context, it's weird. But it's good to see some Cardassian stuff.
Every visual is on point. Every single one.
Yep.
Yeah.
David Bissig. There we go. $5. Yay. 100 likes.
Yes.
Sweet. So we have 107 now. We're still on that road to 120, though, guys. 13 more. Pavon.
They make Cardassian ships chasing the Miranda. I'm assuming the same as last season. Now, was that one destroyed in its appearance, or was it not? We saw it last year.
I don't remember. But it had a name that began with M as well.
I think it was destroyed, and I think that might be the gag every time we see a ship get destroyed by Miranda.
Yeah.
Because it does. This also has an M on it as well.
Yeah, the USS I don't know what that is. Can't see it all.
So do you think this is Mariner gets on the ship and, do you think this is maybe they're rescuing her, she's rescuing them? It feels linked, but it'd be kind of cool if she's, nicked by somebody, they come to rescue her, and then you see her on another bridge, which actually looks like a Miranda. Be fun.
Don't know. I don't know what this would be.
Because they're definitely Cardassian ships.
Yeah, definitely chasing.
It's cool though. I mean, it's good to see.
I don't know. It's a great looking Miranda though. Great visual.
Yeah.
Everything's on point with that thing. Behind the crew. And then we got the Admiral, the Dadmiral. We assume Mariner's dad. It's at least Captain Freeman's ex-husband.
Yes, the ties are unknown.
Yeah, we assume it's Mariner's dad, but and is that the same Admiral's uniform? Did he only have the one bar on the one side?
He did, which was confusing because no one else does. But his dialogue is very pointed. Do you think it's about ready for you to be promoted? Who is that to?
Maybe Freeman.
Well, she's had the best year last season. Didn't do that many things to deserve an Admiralty. Really. Or maybe he offers her Admiralty and she's like, no, I want to be a captain. Could be fun.
Maybe he's talking to Boimler on the Titan. Maybe it's time for you to be promoted. I'm just kidding. You know you screwed up, right? Yeah, you're going back to the Cerritos. You're an ensign now.
As we haven't dealt from the fallout for them telling everybody that Mariner's the daughter, so potentially, this is him like Joe told a boy, I'm gonna say, and you think I'm promoted to a captain, yeah? No, you rat out my daughter, demoted. But yeah, good to see him.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we see more of the Doctor this season. I mean, she's in this next scene with Tendi, so.
Mm-hmm. But they are going to adventure together because they're in a shot later on.
Yeah. Rutherford's back.
Yep.
Olivia Julius is also back with $10 super chat.
Thank you.
I need to say this. I'm sorry, but this needs to be said. I need Samuel's slime voice as my ringtone and the pug as my wallpaper, and my phone will be perfect. Nothing of Captain Foley there. That's fine. No, it's fine.
It's your pug.
True. Wow. True. The next shot is I think this is where they say the Boimler thing. One thing we're mentioning is Boimler. And I love how in the brig there's a little picture of a castle that says Mariners HQ and with 2 check marks. Yep. So this is her brig cell that she gets thrown in all the time, at least twice.
Yep. And obviously her Zen vibe is wonderful, and his, it's a great little set. I actually really like the effect of the hexagonal. It's not how it normally goes, but I like the simplicity of it services well. And that could be a fun running gag. This is just in the brig lots. That's actually all fine with me. And
Feed Me Seymour says only been in the prison 2 days. Well, it could be 2 days, or it could be their second time in this brig cell or something.
Yeah.
Hard to say, but I'm sure they would clean the graffiti off after each time. So yeah, it could just be 2 days. So yeah, and this is where they say, "Oh, if only Boimler was back," or whatever. To which we get Boimler trapped under some wreckage or some rubble. And then Riker on the Titan. With the Packlids back, with using a Klingon disruptor, by the way.
And the correct visual and sound effect.
Yeah.
Which look and sound great. And yeah, I mean, we did talk to, or Mike said in the panel, yes, the Packlids are the big bad of season 1, and they'll continue to be a problem in season 2, with the Sweetos maybe meeting them again, but they were the first one, because they were the first ones to find them, but the Titan is the ship that actually is going to deal with them, so that's going to be the Titan overall story arc, is how to deal with the Packlid threat. They've now become a threat, and we see later on the trailer them fighting another Packlid ship, so that's going to be their big plot. And also, if you'd said even 5 to 10 years ago, the big bad threat in season 2 of a new show is Packlids, and Riker's going to fly his new ship, his new state-of-the-art ship fighting Packlids, we'll be like,
Everybody would have called you crazy.
Mike did it. He did it.
His hate channels blowing up.
Oh god, yeah.
See what they're doing with Star Trek?
They don't understand Packlids. Packlids are the dumb ones, and Riker's a smart one. They don't watch Star Trek, do they? And it's like, or they took a risk and it paid off massively.
Yeah.
So it's great. Yeah, it's good. I mean, they were a good setup and it'll be a good payoff.
But there's, Riker calls to beam him out of there, and we see the transporter room of the Titan. Well, we assume it's a Titan. It's 90% chance it's a Titan.
Yes.
But yeah, they're trying to beam him out. There's obviously some kind of interference. Probably the Packlids installed like a dampening field and didn't do it properly.
That's always the gag, is they got transporter inhibitors, but they just don't work properly. Yeah.
And Boimler's screaming as he's being transported. I mean, as I would be too. I'm being shot at with a disruptor and trapped under some rubble. So I mean, hey,
it's a very low decks gag. And I don't know why you'd send Boimler though. I guess he dealt with them a little bit in the 2-parter. I suppose maybe he's technically the expert on them, but his boy is out of his depth. But there's clearly 2 people who are like part of the strike team, similar to what we had last season. Although it looks like it's a new alien maybe, because it looks like it could be a Orion, but also with some blue face makeup or burns and red hair, which is not very Orion-y. Another green alien, that's okay. But no, it's a
red hair and red hair is Orion-y. All the Orions we saw in the Kelvin universe all had red hair, green skin and red hair. The sexy ones. Just saying.
But do they really count?
Yes. Because what Taylor, whatever the hell her name was, they're really cute. curly redhead that Kirk was having a thing with.
That is weird. They did have red hair. What a choice. Yeah. Huh.
It looks good. It looks good, Brett. Come on now. It's kryptonite.
Interesting.
So we assume this is probably the incident that gets him kicked off the Titan for some reason, or it's just a story he's telling as a flashback. Who knows?
I think it's just a string of bad luck he has, and I think he doesn't. I think he's asked to be demoted. I think he asked to be sent away, but Riker's like, "No, you're so useful. You want." Oh my god! You understand the pack leads.
It would be awesome if Riker kind of worships Boimler at this point, and Boimler's just been terrified of everything that's happened on the Titan, so he wants to get the hell off. And Riker's like, no, I can't afford to lose you. You've been my right-hand man. Walking down the aisle, the corridor with
the walk
him.
and talk.
That would be hilarious.
Yep.
If a legendary officer like Riker was like infatuated with Boimler and his antics.
But in the context of he understands the pack leads like no one else, which says he's dumber than anyone else alive. That's the joke. That's what I mean. Like you just understand them. And Boimler just then does something really, really stupid to get demoted, which is then a gag within a gag. That'd be great.
We take a page out of Mariner's book.
Yes.
He's seen her get demoted enough, so absolutely. And
actually, what you could do, oh my god, what you could do if you want to be really clever and really cheeky, take a literal page out of Mariner's book. In season 1, she had this great mission with her mum, and then she disrespected Admiral to his face. What if Riker? They happen to meet the Enterprise E, and we see Picard, and he sticks one up at Picard, and Picard's like, "Oh damn," demoted. Because this is now a Jonathan Frakes show. He's in more episodes than any guest star, assuming he's in 2 to 3. So Jonathan Frakes is the main guest star. So Frakes appeared on Patrick's show. Patrick can appear on one of Frakes' shows, and he's on contract. Just saying. What a twist!
What a twist! Well, then we get them beaming into the museum, which is great.
Which you want to talk about?
Beaming, there's a big guy in the middle who I assume is maybe the new security officer. I think he was actually in season. Oh yeah, he's 1.
He's Chet or something. Everyone loves him.
He was Chad or something.
Yeah, he was Mariner's ex-boyfriend. He's good at everything. When they go onto the Parliament class, he works with the old lady. Everyone's jealous of him. He's just great. Everyone loves him.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if he's like the new security chief or whatever.
Well, he was an ensign as well. Oh, he's lieutenant, junior grade.
Yeah. One thing I did notice about this scene instantly, which I think a lot of people caught on to eventually, but that there's a fin at the top in the middle of the frame, and that is the Catan probe from Inner Light that zaps Picard. So I love that there's this Catan probe hanging in this museum. But yeah, that fin in the middle. If you look up the Catan probe, it's the exact match to that. So that's very cool.
I don't think he's a new security chief.
Jet is his name. Yeah.
Because he was originally serving on the Cerritos in the olden days, before he got moved to the Parliament. He looks like an ensign based on his pips. So I think this is another flashback. Because, the other guy, the Darmok alien, is in a flashback. So I think this is a flashback to he was the 4th member of the gang. Oh, but Tendi came on the same day. No, Tendi was before... Tendi was... Oh, damn it. Tendi was before Boimler.
Yeah.
So what means they have to meet the Parliament ship then, because he serves on a different ship.
And there we can see that the Darmok guy probably has a pip.
Boy, that chin, Stuart.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. So I guess this takes place during season 1. Oh,
I don't know. We'll have to see. Unless Shax comes back, or unless it's an animation error that he was standing in that other scene.
But even so, then this is Chet with a second ship. Now, I recognise this other alien from something. I don't know if you do. I felt the designers... it feels like something...
Big white one?
Yeah. I feel like he's been something before.
Are you thinking Pirates of the Caribbean?
No.
I don't know. SWTX Chaser, though, $5.
Thank you.
Boimler tries to get demoted, ends up promoted.
That'd be fun.
Has to pull a Mariner to go back to the Cerritos. That'd be a great time with the Admiral thing saying it's time to be promoted as well. 163 people here, though, and 118 likes. So we haven't hit that 120 yet.
Ooh,
but
so
now
close.
I went up it to 130. It's another 12 likes, guys. See, yeah? If you don't do your homework, you get more homework.
Yes. But
everybody just hit like, then we'll have 163 likes, and they don't have to say anything.
That is the solution. But of course, super chat guys, if you come with a super chat spike, few fives, what you think would be phenomenal. Last note on this picture, just because I don't know, that painting above all the many cannon knives and swords, lovely, lovely. Feels to me like their riff on the Titanic painting, but censored.
Draw me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Yep, that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, could see that.
Space Titanic. And the next shot, are those meant to be Marty McFly's boots?
I thought that they're the wrong color though.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some kind of Nike shoe or high top in there, and a trombone. Is that Riker's trombone?
Yeah, could be.
But trumpet. I don't know if it's I think it's trombone. I don't know. But anyway,
now what I like about this scene, apart from the fact they're getting attacked by either a big giant spider or whatever, is that something in this ship station place has turned the Darmok alien into a teddy bear. Isn't that fantastic? Now that might be what happened to the guy, as why he doesn't come back, as how he dies. But to get turned into a teddy bear,
I never even noticed that.
I didn't think he did. So trying to save him, like what a thing! What a thing to happen to you. That's great. Well, it's not great, obviously, but yeah, horrible. Things go bad.
Next is the Tendi and the Mariner adventure with the Nausicaans. They're tossing, as a distraction, some gold pressed Latinum at them.
With some great dialogue about how Starfleet does not kowtow to people and does not submit. Joking, throw it! And what great Nausicaans. Great, I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen them in a long time.
And this is where they steal whatever is in that wooden crate that's in the shuttle that we saw earlier as well.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Jonathan Davies, though, £5. Thank you so much. That's the Pathfinder Mars probe on the right, behind the alien.
Yes. Huh. Nice.
And you can see the wheel of it. Yeah.
Nice. We've seen museums before. Would it be kind of fun if, and so much as previously, but wouldn't this be fun if this is the guy that bought all of Kivo Fajo's, or whatever his name is, collection?
Yeah, Kivo.
So like he was the guy that bought everything. So he's like his nephew, and it's like, but you're not human. The guy wasn't human either. But yeah, they run away from the bar. It's good. There's another breathing guy. Good stuff.
I can't remember the name of the species, unfortunately, but we got new species, and then we get to see Tendi attacked by a Yaphid, a slime creature thing, and she gets eaten.
Which already happened in the first episode, so when she says we've all been eaten, it's like, yeah, we have been. But I like her reaction.
Who hasn't been pooped out of an alien? Shut up! Don't talk to me.
But I like her reaction. And in fact, this is, everything's intentional. So this one frame shows Rutherford and Mariner looking worse for wear, and they've clearly been running around collecting stuff behind them. So this is like This is like a buffer time level of running ragged episode.
And Rutherford also looks tired.
What's it?
One hair out of place. Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. So which is unusual because Mariner tends to be quite well kept, like ready to go. So I imagine this is like a real bad day episode. And what are they collecting? Don't. Gonna grab some more water.
All right.
Next picture is. Yes, the evil alien AI. Computer.
Which would be interesting if it's actually Badgie in there. Dystopian guy. Well, hello, no notifications. Again, damn it, Jim. Well, make sure you click the notification bell icon to all. That'll help. It won't solve the problem because it's YouTube, but it'll help at least. Olivia Julius with $5. The reason the guy got turned into a teddy bear is because he didn't hit like, and you won't get turned into a bear. See, there you go. Hit the like button, guys. I think we can hit 135 now. So you upped it by 5. So we have 127. I think that's very doable. Hit the like button. Hashtag like spike. Hashtag super chat spike. A couple $5 super chats would be great. But yeah, have we pointed out anything that you guys haven't noticed so far? Did you guys notice the Catan probe hanging there? Did you notice the Mars rover? Thank you for pointing that out. Or the Pathfinder. Thank you for pointing that out, Jonathan. I didn't notice that until you pointed that out. So I love these conversations that we have with you guys because we always learn new things, and we have a great discussion. So. Ooh, Jeffrey Combs is the voice of the evil AI. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Control. Now whenever I hear control, I just think of Yoda, though. Control, control. You must learn control. But yeah. So crashed, damaged ship, and Boimler and Mariner doing their thing with this AI. Best Trek ever, says Captain RGD. Ozzy, it didn't say you've lost weight. It says you need to lose weight. I'm worried about you. You need to lose weight. So,
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we're talking about this AI. It's actually just voiced by Jeffrey Combs, and it'd be interesting if Badgie's in it, or if people are mentioning Control.
Well, I mean, that is a bit funny that they're doing the sentient AI villain in a third show in a row. I think there must be Mike kind of saying we'll do it better,
and they will,
and they will. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't tell it was Jeffrey Combs for whatever. I mean, without his face, it's a bit hard, but it didn't sound like him. When you know it's him, it does, but it just I didn't get anything. I thought it was I thought it was because I mean we already had a sentient. If you remember in season 1, the officer put all of his angst into a machine. It then became a sentient thing, which then destroyed another ship. I thought it was that because I already had that in season 1. So I was like, oh no, separate alien or separate villain.
Yeah. Aravic Sonder, though, $2. Who's your favorite so far? Mine is Rutherford. My favorite was Tendi when we started the show, season 1. But honestly, I'm really liking Mariner. Mariner kind of grew on me, the 4th episode or something. She really kind of popped out to me for multiple reasons. So
I just like Boimler because he's actually more depthful than you think. He's actually very smart in several ways, but also he's dumb in several ways. He's quite 3-dimensional. Mariner's fun, but she'll.
You.
Oh, there you go.
That's like a half backhanded compliment.
Or just a backhanded. Mariner's definitely grown a lot. The other two haven't really done too much, but they're all good in different ways. We just want to see more of the other two.
I want to see more Tendi. We didn't see a lot of her in season 1. Like going into it, I thought she was going to be my favorite, but just didn't quite pan out that way. So we'll see. Hopefully more of them, each of them in this season would be great.
But speaking of more of, we see a lovely Cerritos model kit build. It must be for the Stuart Foleys out there.
Absolutely. There's a lot of ship guys and ship model builders, and I love how he's putting on a decal or a decal, as some people call it. It's not pronounced decal. It's decal.
No one says that, surely.
Oh, trust me. I used to go to a model group every month before COVID. A lot of the old timers call it decals. They're decals. It's like, no, they're not. But that's
okay. Okay. What I like about this though is that even they got the proportions wrong. Those nacelles are like thin like an upside down or a side on its side refit nacelle. They're not even proportioned remotely close to how they should be.
Well, the reason I was looking around is I have a pair of those exact tweezers that Rutherford is using. Exactly the same silver tips, the model building. Yeah, so that's fun. That's hilarious, and it is a physical model. I guess it's being held up by some kind of anti-grav thing, but that's just neat to see them building a model in the show. I like that. And Tendi's like painting one of the nacelles, and
it's extremely geeky, but it's great. And she's got full orthos.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see those just for the lols. But I mean, I'm wondering if these are different nacelles, because like I say, they are not correctly proportioned.
It's the AMT model kit. The proportions weren't right for the TOS Enterprise, so that's what they're doing. It's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
This model of the Cerritos isn't very accurate. I can hear Rutherford saying that actually.
But it's the official Starfleet one. I know.
Yes.
Officially licensed by Starfleet Command.
It's the official Eagle Moss one. There's a joke. If they do that, that'd be hilarious.
And then Eagle Moss gets to sell the official Eagle Moss Cerritos. Incorrectness.
Cerritos and the incorrect Eagle Moss Cerritos. Yeah.
No, but it's correct though because it's canon. It's the correct, incorrect in universe Eagle Moss one.
Yeah,
that's great. But it's a lovely little. I mean, what to have this idea, you know? Although it wouldn't be great as a double reference if this actually then goes into his quarters and there's a big bottle.
Well, if he just beams after he puts the nacelle on, he beams it into a bottle. There we go. It's a ship in a bottle.
And it's ginormous. And then they say, then they beam it out, beam it in, and then it beams back as tiny. Because it's like a normal size. And they're like, wait, so we paid for 6 hours to make it smaller? Yeah! But could you just make it smaller? What?
Well, then you can't paint the details on. You could make it big, paint the details, shrink it, and then it's like super detailed when you look at it.
And then we're left saying, so that's what Picard did with bottle ships? 80 years ago, he made them huge and beat. What? Like, that'd be a fun gag.
Yeah.
And then we've got Blowy Uppy.
What, Blowy Uppy?
Yes, a thing outside, although it looks as if. Well, no, I was going to say tentacles are attacking the ship, but not. So we're going to get some sort of alien ship.
Honestly, I think it's probably them on the dune buggy thing is, where they're being chased by the cops that we saw in the teaser trailer.
Oh, maybe.
Later in this one could be like that mall kind of thing going on, or the Free Cloud area as well.
Okay.
Like that.
I just got the sense it was a ship flying next door, but yeah, I can buy it too. Although, given the fact I framed it, the explosions look very good frame by frame. And all their reactions are full reactions. There's a lot of good little images here. They put a lot of detail into individual things. Just a little well done flame for attention to detail. But yeah, something goes kablooey. And then we see the subplot of looks like the Doctor's going to go rogue. Kind of like, you know, a ponfar for the race is like, oh, I'm going feline. Which will give us a you said you wanted more Doctor. You'll have more Doctor.
And Phoebe Seymour, that's her desk. Yes, that is Captain Freeman's desk.
Yep.
But we're talking about the thing outside the window. So, she goes feral, I guess, like a feral wild cat. Ooh. And we get another museum shot with the floaty. They're not spheres this time. They're like discs. And you can see a skeleton in the background there. Dinosaur or something. I don't know. But there's her and Jet. Dystopian guy. Could the model ship episode be a little People Shrunk Down episode? That'd be neat. Those are always great.
I'm going to say no just because of the context of the shot. But I would be fun. A mini Cerritos flying through space dock. And they're like going at full impulse, but because of the scale difference, it takes like 9 hours to get to space dock from the orbit. Like, you could do fun stuff with that.
And Siristis says, I love how he puts the name and hull number on the aft. Well, yeah, that's how the ship is. It's not on the front of the ship.
But yeah, you know, fighting some drones. Ooh. Good stuff. Fine. And then I quite like Jeffrey's tubes. They could be like the Discovery ones, I think, actually, now I'm thinking about it, but I like them.
No, they look good. Boimler's crawling through.
Ensign Boimler. And then reveal! Our first official guest, as recurring guest role. Oh my god, it's a plate.
Tom Paris plate.
What?
I was always getting encouragement from Tom Paris, but Tom Paris is like, hey man, I'm worried about the fumes in here because you're talking to a plate.
Yes.
Great. But removable panel looks good. The aluminum chips look like this looks good. This looks good. Although the plate, why does he have the plate with him?
There is 4.6 million questions. Just in this one image alone. I don't even think I'm exaggerating. But tell us, guys. We did have similar vibes in Picard one. Boom! Here's 7 of 9. What do you guys think?
And how many of you are ordering the actual plate? I would have if it had a sound chip, but it doesn't. If it had Tom Paris quotes, that'd be awesome.
But let us know what you thought of that. I really want to know. Really want to know.
Yeah. So put it in the chat, guys. What do you think? And if you're getting the plate or not. 171 people here now, which is fantastic. 137 likes. That's it. I'm calling it. We're doing 150. 150 likes. Hashtag like spike. This is the way of things.
And I mean, we're over halfway, guys, and super chats have been under halfway. So help us out if you can.
Yeah.
Because this is my worst month for a long time, guys. So if you can put a few fives in, that'd be nice. I think we resound having a worst month in like a year. So we only got 5 days left of the month. I mean, we can't turn this around. But, we're still here. We had fun either way. Just our rents weren't like as much. But it's a good play. It's a good thing. Obviously, this could just be a cameo as much as J.G. Hertzler was briefly in his episode, etc. I mean, it's a bit sad if it is. Potentially, it isn't just fumes. I'm hoping the fumes are red herring. I'm hoping Boimler gets infected by some sort of virus that makes him see things. And so he's carrying the plate from his quarters. Like you say, as he said, he's collecting plates. So he's got plates of all the different characters. And then this one happens to talk to him because he's infected by the disease. And then he takes the plate with him to talk to. And so he's in the entire episode. That's how I would do that. So it becomes a buddy cop episode. Boimler good cop, plate bad cop.
Yeah.
And so he gets to be Tom Paris the entire episode. Because, this would be sad if it was just this scene, Yeah.
And Sirsta says, who did those plates? Was it the Franklin Mint? No, the Franklin Mint. I think it was the Bradford Exchange that did the plates back in the 90s. It was a big thing. But I think it was... Actually, I have one in the other room. Hold on, I want to go grab it.
Oh, wow.
Let's see who made it.
So what do you guys think? Tell us right now how much... And let's be super ambitious right now. What percentage of the episode will the Tom Paris plate be? Yes, I just said that, the Tom Paris plate. What percentage do you think he'll be in? Like 5% cameo, 10% meaningful part, 25% C story, 50% B story. I mean, it won't be more than 50%, but, please tell me. I'd love to know. Wow. Can't hear you, Stuart.
Said I also have one of the Enterprise plate with the TOS Enterprise on it, and my brother has the Spock plate. But this is the Hamilton collection. So yeah, it's not Franklin Mint.
And I'll say
my official. Ooh, look, certificate of authenticity, and it's signed, and it's got a limited number of these, just like the Tom Paris one's going to have. Plate number 1,959. So there you go. So not the Franklin Mint. Trust me, I collected a lot of shit from the Franklin Mint. Plates weren't one of them. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, I was asking what percentage do you think that this Tom Paris plate will be in? Sort of, a big percentage, small percentage. I'm going to say like 25%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be a full episode type of thing, but I like the idea that the gas is getting to him. So he's like he thinks he's walking down the corridor with his arm around Tom Paris. Meanwhile, he's just like walking down, clutching his plate. That would be neat. But anyway, yeah. And honestly, the first couple times I listened to it, I didn't hear Tom Paris. I love how animation makes things sound different. I don't know if it's the way they recorded or whatever, but it just sounded kind of generic. But if you listen carefully, it is Robert Duncan McNeil. It just doesn't sound like Tom Paris to me. So,
see, I would disagree because obviously I've got the visual of him on the plate. I think it sounds like Robert Duncan McNeil rather than Tom Paris, because obviously he's not 20 years younger. He's 20 years older. John Delancey is rare that he sounds very, very similar just a bit more gruff, but that's minor. Most people don't sound like they did 20 years ago. I think he sounds good. He's obviously adding a little extra enthusiasm that the old Tom had. Let's hope for more.
Yeah. Matthew K, though, $5.
Thank you.
Just bought a purple Trekyards Com Badge t-shirt. Going to be wearing it to the London Air Show. Sweet. Maybe I'll see you there. I don't know if I'm going yet. I don't even know when it is.
I mean, but you need to post a picture to the Trekyards group and email trekyards@hotmail.
And if it's the Com Badge one that I'm thinking of, I'm sorry, it might be too big, but that's just the way they sized it. But hopefully you still like it. But yeah, I want to see it. So yeah, definitely take a picture and post it to the Facebook group or something. Yeah, so then we get more of the dune buggy chase that we saw in the teaser, coming out of the Lucky Ferengi shop. Nothing super new here. We got a few shots. I do love the dress uniforms, though. Those look great.
Yeah, it's all good.
Caleb Horn, $10.
Oh,
thank you so much. Late to the party. How about that Miranda with glowing Bizarre collectors? Would love a model of it. Would love a model of the Cerritos as well. I think they put the Prodigy ship in the background in lower decks. Maybe.
Well, they haven't put many ships as Easter eggs, so I wouldn't say so. They've been more foreground or look, here's the alien. But yes, it looks good. We saw it in season 1. Glad to see it back. Are you glad to see that the Delta is on the McDonald's style fries holster? It's like, really? Do they need a Delta on that? Really?
The fry holder. That's good. That's funny. They didn't need to do that, obviously. That's a nice little touch. That's good. Yeah, this is where the Scorpion Tendy shows up. Which I didn't catch it was Tendy at first. I just thought it was
I can't imagine most people did.
Hair and freckles.
I think this probably got a lot of people like, wait, what? But once you stop and actually, like we do, frame by frame, it's clearly she gets mutated, which is great. Sweet.
Yeah.
I like it. Poor her.
It could have to do with the whole thing with her and the doctor story, because I think the doctor, they probably got exposed to something and the doctor reacted to it first, and then Tendy later changed, maybe, because it looks like she was chasing the doctor at one point to like help her. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. And then more Titan pack-led pews. Looks good. Lots more pews. All good things to say.
Then the controversial Boimler or Borgler.
Boyogler, yes.
Again, we think it's probably a dream sequence or a nightmare that he's having, or him recounting a story to his friends that didn't actually happen. I turned into a Borg, and who knows? But I don't think it's real. Especially the similarities to Locutus's headpiece. Most Borgs are different, but his is very much like Locutus's. So, yeah, probably just a nightmare sequence or something. DNA regression, like in that TNG episode, says the Stanleys. Yeah. Anywho, what are your thoughts on the Borg thing? Do you think it's a dream sequence, or?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very much a. Oh God, I can't deal with this anymore. Oh my God, get me out of here. Get me out of the Titan. And so how do you go as a more horrifying dream? You make a goofier version of the Picard dream. The nightmare.
Squadra Course, $2. Who wants an animated Titans spin-off series? It'd be interesting, but no, we don't just spin everything off of everything else.
I mean, animated though.
It would be neat, I guess. Sure,
it could be fun. Yeah, I mean, there's potential. But I mean, there's so much potential with lots of things. It just depends how you do it.
We'd have an audience for sure.
Yeah.
Next is a shot of the crystalline entity. I don't want to say the crystalline entity, because it did get destroyed in TNG, but we assume there were more of them. That it wasn't just a one-off type of thing, perhaps artificially created or whatever, but a living life form. And I think that's exactly what this is showing as another one. When we talked about this first, I thought it'd be neat if this was, or you said if it was a flashback before it got destroyed in TNG, and this is actually like the crystalline entity from TNG that they ran into just before it got destroyed or something, would be kind of neat. But I mean, the crystalline entity, it started communicating with the Enterprise in TNG. So
I've talked about a lot of flashbacks and all these different episodes, but it would be fun, and the series is old. This would be a great way of having it show its age by having people in Voyager uniform or TNG uniform, TNG uniform, having, show us Mariner as a kid on this ship, and then the mum as a lieutenant, etc. It'd be really fun. And hey, if they find another one, they can say, it's another crystalline entity. Yes, it is. Oh, cool. But I mean,
it's another crystalline entity coming in.
But you can tell it is not just from the purple, but the way the outer branches go. It is the same. Now it'd be fun if we then saw, kind of as a riff on the Farpoint aliens, you find like the crystalline entity's mate. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
But
But Seymour says it's the brother coming back for revenge.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really waste opportunity, Alien, for sure. No, there's a lot of potential, and I was this one that, as I said previously, really like excites me as a possibility. It's like, ooh, hopefully not just a pre-title. And after Ferengi next, I've got to go do a thing for the pain, so I will see in a minute or two. So you can talk about the Ferengi and your thoughts. I'll put in the that shot, so I'll see you in a minute. But yes, I'll be listening. So just continue about the Ferengi, etc.
Yeah. So then we get the the Ferengi heist video, I guess, or episode where it's like the Ferengi have taken everybody out. It's up to you two, and all you got was Rutherford and Boimler, watching them steal whatever the hell they're stealing. Which honestly, the storage thing that he's stealing them out of has like farm implements in it, which is interesting. So I don't know. I don't know what this is necessarily about, but it is good to have the Ferengi back. And they got a funky dune buggy. They got a funky Argo themselves. I don't know if it's got a trailer on the back with a cage, or if that's just part of their actual ride. But yeah, this is I don't even know. There's not enough context here to really say what this is necessarily about. Just some kind of Ferengi. It looks like they take over the ship, actually. Which we'll see in a second when Sam gets back. But you see like a cargo bay with cages, similar to the one that was on the back of their ride, that have Starfleet officers in them. So, yeah, they steal the ship. Yes, Shren the Orc, we did. Could be that Shrax comes back. Could be that it was a flashback scene. Could be an animation error, honestly. Who knows? But yes, we did talk about it. I wish they wouldn't have included that because it's got everybody all head over heels uppity about him coming back. So steal the farm equipment, repaint it, and sell it back to the farmers for a profit. That's awesome. And Crazy Night throws in $5, which is great. You think they might have to get Gecko insurance. Thank you very much for the super chat, Crazy Night. That is awesome. Guys, we're 147 likes. We are 3 likes away from 150, with 158 of you here. I mean, hit that like button if you haven't. It's simple. It's a little thumbs up. Please do it. 150 likes would be great. Who is replacing Shrax? We have no idea. A lot of people thought it was the Temerian. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be the replacement security officer. Who knows? During this live, we actually, because of the museum scene, what if it was Jet, her Mariner's ex-boyfriend, that does it? He's a big guy, you know, so who knows? But yeah, we don't know, honestly. Look at the tools hanging up in the crate. It's those gambling sticks used for the traps on Deep Space Nine. Oh, okay. I'll take a closer look at that then. Yeah, sure. Interesting. There we go. Rest in peace. Or Nog, rest in peace, yeah. Not a museum, it's a Trek convention. Okay. I'm liking the Lower Decks uniforms more and more with each season. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the look, honestly. We've talked about this before. I do like that it's got the thing like this, like the flap, which you see open at one point on Boimler and Mariner a few times. So it's actually cool. It's got that TO, the Wrath of Khan style uniform look, and they're pretty sharp, actually. I just wish the Delta was a little bit more intricate or detailed. But yeah, I mean, we like talking about uniforms. We've talked about them quite a bit, and yeah, I do like the Lower Decks uniforms. I actually might look good in one, so I might get one. I don't know. We'll see.
Any super chat comments, Stuart?
Yes, I already read it. Chris Knight says, I think they might have to get Gecko insurance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, we can get another
just talking about
$35, guys. See if we can get that before we end.
Another 35 would be fantastic. And hit 150 likes, so that's good. I'm happy there. But if you still haven't hit that like button, hit it. That'd be great. And don't forget the last super chat slot is available right now. Crazy Knight has it, and Crazy Knight has never super chatted before. So if he wins, that's awesome, guys. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like the Ferengis take over the ship. I mean, I think that might be the Cerritos. There's like a cargo bay. Actually, it looks kind of dirty to be the Cerritos, now that I said it.
Yeah.
It's got hooks hanging everywhere.
No, it's
but you do see the Starfleet officers in cages. And we just talked about the vehicle that the Ferengi come in on. It looks like they have a cage or a trailer attached to the back of it. So, but yeah, it's up to Rutherford and Boimler.
But I'm wondering, is that a Tholian between the two of them?
No, see, I thought that too. When I first saw the silhouettes, I thought they all looked like Tholians for a second.
Well, I have evidence for saying that, though, because yes, you can see the ears underneath it, unless it's just part of the mask. I mean,
well,
because the eyes are different shaped. They are different shaped. The head is different. The reason
if you zoom in on it, you got to zoom in on it for sure.
Yeah. The reason I say Tholian, which would be really awesome if there's like Tholians in little masks that have a suit. The reason I say that is because if you go to this later picture, the next one pretty much, there's a Tholian web style force field on the outer. Same colour, same light, same effect, give or take. So how amazing would that be if this was, you know, a Tholian dude and some Ferengi working together? What a great bond. And hey, there's 2 evidence there.
That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought Tholian too when I first saw the silhouette, and I'm like, no, that's just a Ferengi in the middle. I didn't even bother zooming in.
Well, it's either a Ferengi with hair or with a hat, because there's not a Ferengi silhouette.
It almost looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in disguise.
Maybe it is. What it looks like. But that'd be such a good reason to have it be left in the dark, and then you could explain how they got. Because I said at the start, whether the Cerritos was stolen.
Everybody's saying it's Umugadu. And the Mugatu was in the first trailer. Yeah, okay.
Because it has got
the top of the horn.
Yeah.
You can see the top of the horn just over the...
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. Problem solved. It's a Tholian Mugatu hybrid.
Yes! A Thogotu.
A Thugatu. Thug, for short. Get it? Get it? Anyway, Caleb Horn though throws in $20
Oh.
with no $20 super chat with no comment, but thank you so much, Caleb.
Boom! Makes a difference, sir.
And Eugene, 2,000 rubles, also awesome. Thank you. And it says so many Easter eggs.
But you say that, but there isn't. Everything's in the foreground. Like, even those knives, just, well, there's a display of knives. Like, there isn't the tiniest Easter eggs. That's the thing. It's all, like, really part... Yeah, it's part of the scene. Which I love. It's just, they're here. It's universal. I love it. It's exactly what it should be. I will say, though, I didn't like this little scene between the two of them, because Rutherford's not dumb. So I didn't like this.
It's all up to us. What we got up here. Skin! No. Our brains. Yeah, our brains are in our skin.
See, that doesn't sound like either character to me. Now, maybe they're both... Maybe this is after the scene where Boimler has onto the plate. Maybe he's been infected still. There's more to it there, but that feels out of character to me. But it'd be kind of fun if they both have memory problems and they're dealing with the situation, but it's because they're brilliance underneath it. Small thing. But I was like, okay. But yes, you're right. There are Federation officers. And in fact, that looks like Strax, actually.
It looks like Strax. It does. I wasn't going to say that, though, because I don't want to keep perpetuating the Strax thing.
It does, though. Huh.
It does a little bit.
No, it doesn't know what it is. I mean, you can see it once you zoom in. It's the white hair, the right thing, the right build, and the ear. Damn. Stuart, are there is every episode a flashback here? For goodness sake! Because every other thing's a flash. But to be fair, though, we need one episode of the flashback. You know?
And a lot of these clips could be from 1 or 2 episodes.
Because, in fact, what if it's a two-parter? Darmok guy comes in the past with Strax. They attack this museum, and then they go find it again in the present. Because what if this is the back part of the museum? Why not? You know, because Boimler's not in that first scene in the museum, so what if this is him where he was? You know? In the back part.
Everybody's pointing out that Rutherford probably still has brain damage or whatever, out of sorts. Yeah.
You say that.
I agree. I don't agree with you necessarily. I agree with that. That's what was my thought when he said that. But
the problem is, it wasn't brain damage. It was he lost all of his memories. Now, that was very specific. It wiped his brain from before he before she was on the ship. He was still himself. Like, he wasn't shown to be a dum-dum. Just we
didn't see him much after.
No, I get that, but it'd be a shame to make a character who was actually an engineering good guy now be also the dumb guy. It would just be a shame to me. Yes, brain damage, fine, but
he was always kind of goofy though with the okie dokie.
Yes,
so it's not out of character for him to kind of be like, oh yeah, I guessed the wrong thing.
I mean, it's that subtlety in the writing of playing it for dumb laughs rather than silly laughs. There is that line, but back on the other side of the line, and this was left me with a really good feel at the end. Is hey mom, yes honey. There's a big people here, aren't there? Yeah. I'll see you later. Bye. You know, just.
I love you and never disobey me again.
I do what I want.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a weird way to end the trailer, though. You needed something else.
No,
I just hate that the door closes and that's it.
Nope. I disagree. I think that's perfect. I think this is like the cherry. There was a cherry on top of the first scene, and there was a cherry right at the end of the dessert. Top cherries. No, because it tells you everything you need to know about the season. We're past the overly angsty arc of season 1, which people had not problems with, but it felt like a Michael Burnham Mark II, better, but still. But by the end, she grew, and we're going to see that.
Ooh.
And in the panel, the people actually said, it's really hard to write because I'm now got a relationship with her. I work with her all season, but I also go against her orders all season. That's a really weird dynamic, but it's fun, but it's weird, but it's fun. I was like, cool. That sounds great.
Well, the Strax thing is interesting. A lot of people saying maybe he survived. We do see the Titan facing off against the Packlet ship. Could it be that they're actually attempting to rescue him? And they eventually do rescue him. The Titan rescues him, and it'd be interesting. I could see that happening. This is sci-fi again, and a lot of times big explosion. Character's dead. No, they survived that. You find out 2 episodes later. But I mean,
I would hate that, but okay. At least when Sidious died with the Death Star, he didn't survive. His brain went into another clone body. So his body did not survive vaporization.
I like the idea that he's a prisoner of the Packlets, though. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's just he was at the apex of the bomb. He was literally in the room with the bomb. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind if the Badgie AI was like, "Wait, you're not Rutherford. Don't bomb, don't bomb." But we also saw him like orgasm explode. So, I mean, but also, and obviously, we don't take for red what they say, because Mike has said we're excited for our second and tactical officer, but the same voice actor is going to play a different role in season 2. So he's actually not leaving; he's just new character.
Yeah.
I thought they even implied he'd be the same. He'd also be the secret officer again, just a new character. That's what I thought they were implying. But
he also told us there'd be changes to the Cerritos, and we see the Cerritos do something really cool and funky by the end of the season. That never happened. So,
sure. But I think it's a beautiful way to end it, because it tells us so much about the vibe of the show that we're going to push forward. We had that slightly rocky season on purpose, because it gives you a strong payoff. I like the choice of aliens, no humans, random, and just, it'll be fun. It's a very lower deck scene, and just that she's less grouchy, which I like. They found a balance. I like it.
The guy with the purple hair in this last scene.
Yeah.
What kind of alien is he again? Because he looks super familiar. The hair, everything. I can't place it though. So if you guys in the chat can tell us, I'd really appreciate that.
There was an alien there's a leaked picture of the Stranger Worlds location shoot that's happening right now, and they look similar to this, and it was an Enterprise race from Enterprise, and so we're going to see an Enterprise race from Enterprise seen in Stranger Worlds. Yay! In kind of like science garb, and this has a similar head ridges, but also it's just head ridges. I don't know. I mean, I don't recognize it.
It looks familiar. Like I think I can see the live action actor that played it, and I just cannot for the life of me remember the episode or the name of the species.
What show?
I think Enterprise.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they had a lot of those sorts of ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No.
Stanley says the alien was an Enterprise Acatarian, I think.
It's a Farscape.
Ooh, a twin brother for Shrax. That's interesting.
I have considered that as well. It's dumb.
The one who held Riker in the insane asylum. A Regillian? See, everybody's kind of guessing different stuff now. I don't know. The last shot where they're pulling her out the door is actually the one that really rings a bell in my head. So I don't know if you want to switch to that one. It's just the way he's looking at her.
I'm just intrigued by the fact that, are we actually saying that her office is next to a big massive window with warp? Because there's warp outside her door. That's a big ass window outside her room. That's weird.
We've seen that layout before. That's the bridge view screen.
No, you're right. No, I was thinking the wrong dimensions. No, you're right.
I know. I was there.
It's
not a Katarian. I just looked it up.
Yeah, I was up to.
Regillian. I don't think so.
But we actually only need $23 to round up. We finally got, thanks to those 2 fantastic super chats, really good. So 23 more and we are at our number. I definitely want to see 175 likes. I think it's very possible. If you guys have liked this trailer, please give a like. If you enjoyed this episode, please give a like. And if you can do $23, that'd be beautiful. But this was a great trailer. It didn't tell us anything, but we did a full 2 hours of subtext, and I think there's a lot of little things to look at. Very happy with it. We're right there on the precipice, and while I've got a ton of stuff to do in between, so I wish I had 1 more month to prep. I also cannot wait to be excited to watch Trek every week and look for all the small things. That's going to be fun.
All the small things.
Star Trek. Back on
episode.
TV. Trekyards. Going to do lots of good stuff. And hopefully, because we do know that people in multiple productions, I can't speak to Low Deck specifically, but like to watch our stuff. And hopefully they'll enjoy some of what we notice and analytical. And, as you guys know, in my Trek Shorts project, the Cerritos does appear. And I've actually done several of those shots already with the final 3D model. Thanks to Matt Borman, who retextured our one from, I guess, a year ago. I do need to double back into the intro of that film, But my first time doing it properly, and I'm pretty pleased with how the Cerritos looks. More details in this version, and I may or may not do some trailers for these shorts. I really don't know. Depends how our shoot goes. But I certainly like to show some of the stuff off because it's pretty exciting to see live action looking nice Cerritos. And I've shown a few people that worked, the work on short treks, and they're like, ooh. And in fact, Stuart, I'm going to show it to you. You showed me a screen cap thing, so I'm going to send you a shot. What you think of the...
And everybody that's guessed everything alien-wise is wrong. Because I've been looking them all up, and it's none of those.
Good stuff.
It's frustrating.
But I also do recognize it in the abstract.
Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but...
Well, yes, but we are both. So look on your monitor just because of the extra detail. Not this is good for you guys, but we're waiting for those last $23 and last few likes. Let's see what shot.
Can we hit 175? Did you ask for 175?
I did. I need it. Stuart, I need it. I don't know why.
I need it.
I mean, just
All right,
lower decks love. Oh no! Don't send Marie. Send Stuart. Marie won't get it. All right, that's one of the first shots of the live action Cerritos.
On Messenger? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'll even look on my monitor before you even know. I always look at shit on my phone.
That would not be good.
I disagree. I look at everything on my phone.
Well, live action Cerritos.
Looks good. Looks amazing, actually. What's behind it? Is that a shuttle or is that a ship in the far distance?
Type 11. It's right in between the two. Obviously, it's quite small.
Yeah, okay. Good. Well, it looks great.
Yeah.
Trust me, guys. I wish you could see what I'm seeing. But you can't. So.
I don't think you guys will super chat enough to see it, so I won't even bother putting the thing up. But yeah, I think you agree. It looks like you expect, but just a bit more. Oh yeah, that's a bit more real. It
looks fantastic as a real ship.
And it's amazing how instantly it's like, oh yeah, it works. And the Norway is not a similar looking vessel. These are very two different styles of ship. Yeah. That was fun to see.
So could we view McMahon as the Foley of the Star Trek universe? Yes. It's not even an argument or discussion.
That took like less than 5 frames of thought if you watch it in real time. Like microseconds. No, he just gets it. It's not even like it's that hard to get, but he gets it. It is good times.
I can't wait to see an Eagle Moss version of the Cerritos, honestly.
Yes. Hurry the F up. Okay. It is an Antaran, but in fact we've always seen them in 3 episodes of Season 1. So it's Antaran from Enterprise. They've even got the same dots. But yeah, they've already been in the background of Envoys, Terminal Provocations, and Veritas.
And
they were in the Breach. Oh, and No Small Parts. Yeah.
Terran, Star Trek, let's see.
Yeah, so there you go.
Okay, that's not who I'm thinking of, but okay. Sure.
There you go. So last Super Chat slot. Hi, Mark. How's it going?
Oh, Eugene has a last Super Chat slot right now. Kent McMahon is the Sam Beckett of Star Trek.
Okay, then $3, guys. Round us up. $3. Get us to that sexy number.
Yeah, $3. $5 would be great.
And then, if you want to just break the chat, out of 10, how much are you looking forward to the 12th? And I'm happy to confirm, Stuart, that the international rights for Lower Deck Season 2 have come to Amazon Prime on the 13th. So, good job. I mean, obviously, but good job.
Yeah.
Good job. The whole world can enjoy it that weekend.
Thanks for doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes. Good job. But yeah, put it in the chat right now, guys. How excited are you for Lower Decks out of 10? Stuart, how excited are you for Lower Decks Season 2 out of 10?
47. I think that's fair.
Okay. I was gonna say a happy 8.5, but you kind of blew that out of the water. And the
That's
reason
what I tend to do.
And the reason the 1.5 is my nervousness that I might not enjoy the episode as much. That's the sad thing. Like, they reached such a good bar. I'm nervous it'll just not be as fun. It is just, you know. Although, to be fair, I'm seeing lots of 8s. It's like Orville. I enjoyed the second season less overall because it was less Orvillean. It was less fun. It was less quirky. It was more serious. It was more Star Trek. Which is great, but that's not why I watched the Orville. So I enjoy it less overall. Plus, the season 1 had just some better stories. You know, like cooler one-off stories. So, and I can't hear you. Okay, hold on.
A lot of 8s, a lot of 9s, a few 10s. That's good.
Sweet. Yes, IS. FJ.
No, I'm past warp 10, man. I'm a salamander.
Or a space salamander. No, awesome. And then tune in tomorrow for another video, looking at a similar topic today that we did, looking at the multiple Easter eggs, references, etc. Because, you know, not everyone, most people, haven't got time to watch a 2-hour video, and that's A-OK.
Yeah.
So, there'll be a short, fun one tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta go back and watch the Orville. I don't remember which season I liked better.
Oh, you like season 2 better? I remember.
I like season 2 better.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's all good. Like, it's all good. No judging. I just like the uniqueness of it. But I'm.
That's how you know what I liked better.
Oh, well, I remember. I mean, you said it enough times.
Well, did I though?
Because we disagreed on it, so I remember.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Aussie Maderos, $5. Awesome. 10. Okie dokie. And Tangerine Star 26, £2. Ramming speed.
Yes, I'm excited for that line too.
Dr. Sam Beckett says, great name. McMahon has just hit Twitter on the uniform brightness changes. This guy makes us happy.
Didn't think they were brighter. Let's go look. Breaking news.
Ooh. Oh, I was going to say, there's an animation error in your last frame here, but it's probably just because it's moving.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the 2 hands?
Yeah, there's a couple of little problems.
Captain Robert April says, I'll say I'm far more excited about this than anything live action. Well, there you go. Yeah. And Tangerine Star 26, thank you so much. You are the last super chat slot as of right now. So, yeah. What are you seeing on Twitter there, dude?
Yeah, so he tweeted out saying, this year, Lodex artists came up with really amazing designs, and we went with the more brightly coloured shirts. Can't wait for these to start dropping. I can't pick a favourite. Hashtag Star Trek Lodex. Okay, I can't say I noticed, but that's okay.
Maybe you haven't seen them yet. Maybe this is just stuff is from 1 or 2 episodes, and that they introduced something new later in the season.
Sure. That's certainly plausible. I mean, odd, but well, they could all be in the flashback episodes that we're inventing. Every shot. Excellent. Well, we will maybe see you tomorrow, or not, or yes, or not. We haven't discussed it yet.
We won't see it tomorrow because we have other things to do.
No, we won't. We have discussed it.
We're filming
Double
at
reminded
4
me.
o'clock with somebody.
With a classic guest.
Still... Yes.
Well said.
Yeah, we won't be doing a live tomorrow, but probably Thursday and maybe Friday. I don't know. We'll see.
Depends how my
Stay
health
tuned.
is, because my health is a bit fluctuating.
Yeah, he's dying, guys. Oh, shit. You didn't want to say that yet. I'm sorry. But Eugene, 250 rubles is a distraction. Okie dokie. Perfect.
He wins. Sweetness. Have a great rest of the day, guys. You'll see us tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. And excellent Odex. Well done. Keep up the good work. We're right there. We're going to see it so soon. Exciting.
That's right. So until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's Captain Foley.
Rest in peace.